In F1's first ever shootout at Doha's Losail circuit, hosting round 20 of 22 this year, Hamilton was in control throughout and topped Q1 and Q2 before stretching an even bigger gap to his rival in the closing stages. Hamilton finished his sublime final Q3 lap 0.455s ahead of the title-leading Verstappen, the largest margin between the pair in a dry qualifying session this year, with Mercedes stealing a march on Red Bull. "That last lap was beautiful, it was a really sweet lap," said Hamilton. In a fresh twist on the F1 drama after qualifying, Max Verstappen was handed a steward's summons for allegedly not respecting double-waved yellow flags at the end of qualifying after Pierre Gasly's puncture. Verstappen will meet with stewards at 10 a.m. UK time. The race, when Hamilton and Verstappen, split by just 14 points in the standings, could line up on the front row for the 7th time this season, is live on Sky Sports F1 at 2 p.m. Valtteri Bottas, who had appeared the man to beat heading into qualifying, was a surprising 0.2 further back in third, although Verstappen's Sunday mission could be made harder by Sergio Perez's absence from the top positions. Perez is set to start only 11th in the other Red Bull after being knocked out in Q2 under the bright Saturday night lights. Gasly qualified 4th for AlphaTauri despite that dramatic final lap puncture after his front wing broke over the curbs, with the Frenchman inadvertently potentially getting drivers in trouble after causing the yellow flags as he grounded to a halt. Fortunately, his first lap time was good enough to seal a second-row start, just ahead of an in-form Fernando Alonso, who equaled his qualifying best this season, and Lando Norris in the McLaren. Norris will start the race 6th ahead of Carlos Sainz, with the close McLaren vs Ferrari battle continuing. Both teams also had a driver knocked out in Q2. Daniel Ricciardo was a disappointing 14th and Charles Leclerc 13th. Amid protests and accusations in a title fight that has escalated off the track more than on it over the last week, Hamilton and Mercedes did their talking, in style, with a qualifying thrashing that has painted a clearer picture of the late-season pecking order. In this form, the world champions, even with Hamilton's Drivers' Championship deficit, will certainly take some toppling over the final 3 races. "They've just destroyed Red Bull," admitted Sky F1's Jenson Button. In truth, Mercedes have been significantly faster ever since leaving Mexico City 2 weeks ago. Their Brazil form, which saw Hamilton overtake 24 cars in 2 days, has continued in Qatar. Red Bull did appear closer for much of qualifying than they had managed in practice. Verstappen set the pace to start Q1, although that was as good as it got, and their deficit at the end of Q3 will surely raise alarm bells. Another headache for Sunday is that Verstappen, now with only 1 pole from the last 6 rounds, will start on the dirty right side of the grid from second. As there are no support races at F1's newest circuit, the left side of the grid, the racing line, becomes all the more important. "I think probably 1 and 3 is the version we would have opted for," admitted Mercedes boss Toto Wolff,